Okay, so hi guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're so blessed to have a couple of you be able to join us live, and I know that this is, like I said, prime mom time, so a lot of you are probably watching the recording, and we wanted to just kind of take a second to talk to you about what this business is. A lot of people think like, oh, I could never be a health coach because I like pizza, things like that. So we like to kind of take the time to debunk all these things. My name is April McDonald, not Jim Carver. I'm using our corporate reps link tonight. So I want to tell you a little bit about Beachbody story, and then I'll tell you a little bit about my story, and then these awesome ladies are going to tell you a little bit about what we do as coaches, income potential, and how to get started, and we're doing a fun giveaway at the end. So Beachbody has actually been around for 20 years this year, which is super awesome. I had talked to some people. Some people are like, sign me up right now. And some people are like those researchers that want to make sure that they are joining with a reputable company. And I think that that's so important because there's a lot of ground opportunities, things that you hear out there, or ground floor opportunities. But what I really love is that you can take pride in that. One, this is $1 billion company that's been around for 20 years, and their mission is to help people feel comfortable, healthy, confident in their skin. We provide products that are really, really great in ingredients. My favorite thing to do is to listen to our CEO is Carl Deichler, and his wife Isabella is just so sweet that I love listening to her talk about the passion that she's a co-creator of the superfood smoothie Shakeology that we drink, and she just lights up with so much passion about the quality ingredients that we put in our products. And that's one thing that's really important to me, is that I can be making my shake and my daughter is like, Mommy, I want some. And I know that it's good for her. My husband is like Southern Mississippi bred, is afraid like of all vegetables. He will drink the chocolate, and I even put like rice cauliflower in there. Like, don't ever tell him, he doesn't know, but I sneak these things in them. So for me, it's really, really great to work for a company that cares about what they're putting into your body. So because it didn't start as a networking company, it started just, Carl starting a company to help people. And then they saw what we really had. So they wanted to focus on, okay, how can we get this into more people's hands? And that's when it started to become a network marketing company. So it's just really, really cool to see how this company has grown, how you look at some of the first ever released programs, and now, on VHS, and now you've got to stream everything on the Netflix of fitness. It's all just really cool. So really quickly about me, I just drew a blank of how old I was. I'm 32. I'll be 33 in January. I started this business 6.5 years ago. I have a 2.5, well, she'll be 3 in November. Oh my gosh, that's so weird to say. And I've got baby number 2 on the way, due in January. So I started this business when I had 3 jobs. I had my master's in clinical exercise physiology, which is basically the exercise prescription for special populations. I actually rarely tell people that because I don't want people to think like I have to be a master of anything physical, to be able to be a coach, because honestly, you just need to be a good support system and being in there in the trenches, doing the work with people. So I started with $7 in my bank account. Fun fact. I put it on the credit card. I started with Body Combat. It was the program I started with, and Shakeology. I found this girl on Instagram. She said, "Are you sick of your boss? Is your boss a jerk? Are you feeling unfulfilled, underpaid, blah, blah, blah?" And I was like, yes to all of the above. Tell me about this. I hopped on one of these webinars and I signed up, and I never looked back. And it's been the best thing that I've ever done for myself. So like I said, $7 in my bank account. I was working 3 jobs. Every single meal I ate was from a Tupperware, cold. I can't even eat white fish anymore because I thought meal prepping fish and eating that cold would be fine. I had a pillow and a blanket in my car. I would take a 10-minute nap in between, if I needed to, before I would go to the next place. If I felt like I was going to fall asleep while driving, I literally had 0 time. I worked in the pockets of my day, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. And I was able to build this business, to quit my third job, my second job, go part-time and quit my job altogether, and be able to build a super successful income that allowed my husband to quit his restaurant manager position that we never saw each other. He worked 60 hours a week for not very much money. And we were able to go solely on my income alone for 8 solid months, while he went to real estate school, started a new career, and is doing something that his heart and passion and his gifts just really serve him well, that we never would have done that before. So that's just a little bit about me. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the money. I put it on the credit card, and, I just never looked back. Obviously, insert income disclaimer, Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success. The people that you see that are successful in this business have worked their butts off. But we just like to tell you, and Alicia will tell you a little bit more about income potential and where you can take this business. But I just really like to also say that I had 200 followers on Instagram, had no idea what I was doing with social media. I just literally figured it out. And we have been here so long that we have figured it out for you. And we're not going to make you do that. We have the tools and the resources that we're going to help you with that. So for that my part is done. I'm going to pass it on over to you, girlfriend.
Okay, so my name's Alicia Rose, and it's so funny how, April, you say that you had like very few friends on Instagram, because Instagram wasn't even a thing when I started. And I only used Facebook to play Farmville. So that tells you how long I've been coaching. I've been coaching for 9 years now. It'll be 9 years next month. And, this entire ride, it's so amazing because you can truly make this whatever you want to make of it. And it's all in your own hands. And I was actually watching Shark Tank last night, which I love Shark Tank. But in the very beginning, they had a little quote there where it says, freedom is the ability to control your own life. And that's really what freedom is. It's, we get to design our own day. We get to figure out what we want to do, but that freedom to just control your own life and to be able to determine like where you're going to go in your life, if you're going to travel, if you want to like build your dream home or whatever it is, like you get to decide what you want to do. And this opportunity can do that for you. So I've been, obviously coaching for 9 years, and between me and my husband, we've earned over $1 million in this business. And we've built our dream home, and we have a boat, and we get to travel when we want. Both my husband and I both work from home. But all that's amazing and great. But when I started this, I was working a full-time corporate job. I was doing, I'm in the Army Reserves. I still am, 17 years, a couple days ago. So I'm still doing that on the weekends. So I was doing that on the weekends then with that full-time job. Plus I was coaching kids soccer. Plus I was finishing up my bachelor's in human resources and taking care of my kids who were 4 and 5 at the time. And so I had a lot of things on my plate, and I hate the word busy because we get to decide what busy really is. And everybody has busy, and we all feel that same like anxiety feeling of like, I got so much stuff on my plate. But we have the opportunity to really take things off our plate and to allow ourselves to grow in income in other areas like Beachbody. So when I first started though, I was living paycheck to paycheck. There was even a time where we were floating checks to Pizza Hut just so we could eat before our next paycheck came in. And it was that dire, like we were floating checks just to eat. And so I knew that there was nothing that was going to stop me once I started this to creating an income. And that was my main source, and my main goal with this was creating an income. And by that, like, there was nothing getting in my way. I wasn't going to let any fears getting in my way. I wasn't going to be like, I'm not good at this. What am I going to do? Like, we didn't have trainings back then. We didn't have YouTube videos on how to do anything. We didn't have challenge packs. We didn't even have challenge groups when I started. So just this ability that we have a decade worth of training and of coaches who have done it and who have experienced it and know exactly what to do is amazing, that we have this opportunity now to have everything in hand and saying like, here you go. Here's exactly what to do to be successful. So we've already done all the figuring out for you. You're welcome. But where all that comes from, like even just floating checks to now earning multiple 6 figures a year, it's all amazing. But even with no time in the beginning, I had to make the time, just like April. I had to find that time where I woke up at 4 a.m. every single morning just to do my workout. I would work a little bit. I would drink my shake on the way to work and dumping the kids off at daycare before they would have to go to school. And then picking them up at 6:30 at night from daycare. They would dinner, bedtime, and at 8 o'clock from 8 to 9, that was my working hour. So every night, pretty much from 8 to 9 was my Beachbody business time. And I had to make that time. I had to stop with watching TV because I love TV, like Survivor, or I would like multitask and do it while I'm watching TV. But I knew that my goals were bigger than watching TV, and it wasn't going to happen by sitting on my butt, right? So if we want our goals to happen, we have to get up, we have to move, we have to do and take action, and if you're not motivated, action is what gets you motivated. It's that constant movement that you're going to build over time, and then you become a habit, right? So for me, motivation is not a thing. I hate when people say I don't have motivation to work out or I don't have motivation to do anything. You just don't want to do it. That's basically it. But you have to create the action. You have to force yourself to you have to put that inside voice in your head like, okay, Alicia, get off your ass. You got to go do it. Like, get up, go push play, go work out. You need to go do it because you have bigger dreams and goals. And that's really where creating your why happens. So I know a lot of you have a big reason why you want to become a coach, or this deep heart feeling inside of you, like, I know something, I'm meant for something more. You totally can do that. And we have all the tasks for you laid out simply in our business activity tracker. It's so simple, and it's simple to do, but what's hard to do is to do it consistently, and because of our habits that we build up. So on that tracker, it tells you everything that you need to do every single day. And there's small little things of 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 5 minutes here. So if you want to work it in pocket times, it's totally cool. But we have everything for you already laid out, and you can achieve your wildest dreams in this business by doing that. And now, here 9 years later, I'm able to travel when I want to. I went to London when we opened up in the UK. I'm hoping to go to France next year when we open there. But just to be able to get up and go and it not be an issue, or when we have all the hurricanes here in Florida, just to get up and go and money doesn't matter, or being able to get facials and my eyelashes done. I just got mine done today for the first time. That's cool because I never would have spent that money on myself before Beachbody. There's just no way. But because I've built up such a great business that I am able to do self-care and I'm able to take care of myself. And that was something I really had to learn, was to take care of myself versus taking care of everybody else first. As moms, we always get that mom guilt. So, this business can really truly be whatever you make of it. And the opportunities are endless. You can earn $1 million a year if you wanted to. Everything is just up to you and whether you want to put in the work. So that's all I really had to say about income. But if you want to put anything else into the chat section, you totally can. But I'm going to hand it over to Courtney.
Hey guys. All right. So I'm Courtney Bell, and I've been a coach for 6 years. My anniversary was in July, and it's crazy how fast 6 years has gone by. In that time, we've added a second child to our family. We've moved from Virginia to Indiana, and it just seems like every year just kind of keeps getting better and better. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about how you get started. I'm gonna weave my story into this just a little bit, because our business model is so, I don't want to say it is unique in the sense that your journey is going to start with you. So while we are a direct sales network marketing company, you can't sell what we have if you don't deeply believe in it, right? If it hasn't transformed and changed you in some way. And with that, you guys, my first day as a coach and a challenger was the same day. I had never done a Beachbody program. I had never had a shake. We had none of the supplements that we have now. But I was a teacher. I actually was a coordinator of disability resources working at a university in Virginia. I was a new mom. I had a 1-year-old, and, just through, social media is what really brought this opportunity to me because I had some acquaintances that were sharing their journey and their sweaty selfies using home fitness tools. And I didn't see what was in it for me right away, because as a former collegiate athlete, I didn't think that home fitness would be something I would be interested in ever doing. I was not one person that did, P90X in my garage or Insanity in my living room. Like, I never did those because I was a gym rat. I'm an extrovert. I want to be like where the people are, even if I'm just like standing there because the people are there. But what really hit me was, after for me, my biggest selling points for getting started were I needed to fall in love with fitness again, because as a former collegiate athlete, I had no idea how to exercise for fitness. I only knew how to exercise as a way of working towards a goal, like run a marathon, create a training plan, swimming. I was a swimmer. So everything was wrapped around these goals. And I didn't know how to just like train for life, like how to be a strong, healthy, fit mom, which I so desired to be, that had more energy, because working 50 hours a week with an hour commute and having 1 hour a day for my son, I was exhausted. I was yawning through the 1 hour a day we had with him, but more so than just feeling tired from like that long day, I was so bored in my day job because it didn't challenge me. There was no growth. My daily tasks looked the same every day. I was not utilizing my skill set and my strengths as a teacher, because I was sort of in a position where my husband's a college swim coach, so we've moved several times. I had to accept a job, even though I knew I was way overqualified for it, and just kind of waiting for the next big thing that would come along. But in the process of waiting, I had to really suffer. So when I had friends that were sharing their journeys on social media, and then one of my upline actually posted her resignation letter from her teaching job, which connected with me. And I thought, I had no idea they earned income posting their sweaty selfies. I can do that. I could totally do that. As I'm scrolling Facebook during my day job, bored and uninspired, to realize there's income potential here. But for me, what really was the icing on the cake is when I saw them at our annual convention at the time it was Las Vegas. The location wasn't really what sold me. I'm not really a Vegas girl, but they were together. They were in a growth environment. They were having fun. And I wanted that so badly in my life. I wanted to be inspired, because while I wanted to earn more income for my family, more importantly, I wanted more time with my family, more than an hour a day. But if I was only going to have an hour a day, I wanted to be a better version of myself for that hour, rather than yawning through the entire thing, rushing through the routines, because I didn't have the energy. And the energy for me wasn't because my job was demanding. My energy was zapped because there's something to be said when you are so bored every day. It's draining, it's angry, it's ugly, it's bitter. So when I saw them in a growth environment, access to trainings and personal development, you guys, I had to beg for those things in my job, and it was never in the budget. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So when I saw that was something they had access to, I leaned in closer and I wanted to hear more. So again, my first day as a coach was also a challenger. And I knew that day one was my opportunity to change my life for the better, myself. Your journey's going to start with you. You can't lead others if you don't lead yourself first. And so you're going to go all in on your own personal journey. All in. Because you deserve it. And you're going to share that with other people, and you're going to grow your network and grow your connections that way. And like Alicia was saying, all the tracker and all of like the details and what you would actually do, you guys, we're going to give you all of that. Don't worry about, all the nitty gritty of the hows. You're going to learn. And so much of what we do in network marketing is do now, learn later. Sorry, my husband is cleaning the kitchen. So much of it is do now, learn later. And so you have to just lean in and trust us and go all in on yourself, share your story, share your journey. Others will connect to you. And if you're thinking, I don't have a story, you do. Everyone has a story. I didn't know I had a story either. I didn't know how many other moms were feeling the same way I was every day, yawning through the 1 hour a day they had with their kids. Not present for that hour, but yet longing and yearning that they just wanted more time. So what coaching has given me is time freedom. Like almost too much time sometimes, where I'm like, all right, kids, like go away from me, right? Because I went from having 1 hour a day, yawning through it, to having an abundance of time. And that's what I was chasing. And that's what coaching has brought me because of this because of this, right? Because I went all in on me, because I saw an opportunity to leap when it felt scary, and just, put my bets on myself. Like, I can do this. And no doubt in my mind, I could help other people, because I knew that this was something that, if you have a desire and a passion to help people, if you like fitness, you don't necessarily, maybe it's not even like a passion thing for you, but you like the way you feel when you do it for yourself, and you're all in on our programs and they've changed your life, you can help somebody else do that too. So in terms of getting started, you guys, you're going to make, the only investment you're going to make in this business to get started is in yourself and what it costs to get you started. So for some of you here, maybe you've already been in a challenge group, maybe you've already purchased a challenge pack, and in your case, your sign-up fee is going to be waived at $40, because it's a $40 sign-up fee, which is waived with the purchase of a challenge pack in the front end or ever. So you guys, there is zero risk. You're not buying a ton of inventory that's going to sit in your dining room. So every day when your spouse or whomever comes home and sees it still sitting there because you haven't sold it yet, it's never going to be a point of contention. The only thing that you need to invest in are the tools that you need to get started in your challenge group, or to stay on your journey. And that's the same thing moving forward. The only things that you're going to need to invest in your business are the things that support you on your health and fit journey. So whatever those might be. Like, my family uses a ton of our products, but my husband and I both drink Shakeology. We love bars. We use collagen. We use Energize. You decide what your healthy formula looks like, and that's what you're investing in. And that's the only things that you're going to need to invest in to get your business started. So you could have $1 million business for a very small startup fee, which is the beauty of network marketing, right? Because you're not going to be responsible for paying for all this advertising or host your website fees and costs. You need to just focus on getting yourself started and changing your life and sharing that with other people. So our investment to get started is small, which is what people love about network marketing, because there's not this huge, if you're going to open a restaurant, you're going to need loans, you're going to need investors. But in the same breath, sometimes what we see, because the investment is small, that some people don't take it seriously because there's not much to lose. Treat this like $1 million business, and you will build $1 million business. I mean, that's the mindset you have to have. If you treat this like a $160 business, guess what? You're going to have a $160 business at the end of the day. You've got to really have that mindset around it. Couple other pieces there with, what it takes to get started. We do have a small business fee of $15.95 every month. That's going to cover your website. So that's going to cover your customer. You can see all your customers there, your coaches. You've got tech support and customers and coach support. You have training tools. You guys, there are tons and tons of training materials in your back office. So you can't use that excuse of, nobody showed me what to do. I mean, if you have a Google search bar, is that what Rachel Hollis says? You can find the answer to anything. So, but it is also in your back office. So it's a very small fee. If you are a active military, reservist, spouse of active military, veteran, your $15.95 fee is actually going to be waived. So I believe it's one per household, correct? Did they change that?
It's one per military service.
Okay.
So whichever military service you use, it's either you or your spouse can get it waived, but it's a huge benefit. And it's such an amazing opportunity to be able to have your fees waived. And especially if you know people in the military, to also have their fees waived, and they get a discount pretty much for free and a business for free.
Okay. So, I mean, those are things to really note, because if you apply within that, and then if you happen to live in North Dakota, your business fee is waived too. I have a coach in North Dakota with a huge team. I don't know. It's a state rule that they can't accept business fees or things. So anyway, so that's something to keep in mind. If you're in North Dakota, or you've got a lot of family in North Dakota, that's a great place to go to start adding to your team, because that is a huge benefit. But in the end of the day, you guys, $15.95 is so incredibly small for everything that it does provide for us. I mean, to open up a website and house it is going to cost you thousands of dollars. So $15.95 is a very small fee that you pay that does give you a whole lot. Ladies, anything that I missed there with getting started or sign up stuff you want to add in before I do the giveaway?
I think just there's every program, so you don't have to decide right now which program you're going to do. We have access to all of them. And then there's a couple right now there's one launching, but when you talk to your coach, we'll get all that. But yeah, I think you covered everything. I'm not thinking of anything else.
Perfect. And you guys keep in mind too that, when you enroll and you have questions, like your sponsors and your teams and everybody's going to help you answer all your questions. But like Eric Worre says, and everybody else, this is a do now, learn later business. That's network marketing. There are pieces to this business that we want you to have a clear understanding of things, but know that if we're not giving you clear direction to things that are way over here, it's because they're not going to make sense just yet, right? You're going to unlock them as you unlock pieces along the way. So we want to do a little giveaway to thank you guys for coming on tonight. We didn't really talk about the details of how we're picking the winner for this giveaway, girls. But here's what we're going to do. We have a $25 Amazon gift card that we are going to be giving to a lucky person that joins us and enrolls. But also we're going to be throwing in some amazing tools and resources to help you get your business up and going. It's a $250 value, which is going to give you templates to use in getting your business up and going.
Woo! Does anybody have any questions? Let's see if I don't think I missed anything in the chat. Okay. So basically, we like to keep these as short and sweet as possible. We know your time is valuable. Just like we are doing right now on this Zoom, that's how we do our weekly coach trainings for you, that you'll hop on and be a part of a community and get to learn and grow from us. So I hope that you guys know that we're very real people. I literally was like, maybe I should put some makeup on since I haven't done my makeup since like 6 o'clock this morning. And I realized I had like pizza sauce all over my face. Like we're just super real, down to earth people that, have just found this passion. And it's really good for, I think, most of us here, our moms, to find something that is, good for you and good for you to find that you have something that's yours. Right? It's so easy to get lost in the monotony of being a permanent caretaker for a tiny broke bestie that thinks you're rich is how I like to describe mine. But, just finally having something that you can feel passionate about, that you can feel like is yours to be able to contribute. Like we've said in the chat, I wish everybody watching the replay could see all this really great stuff in the chat. Not feeling guilty about doing something for you has been some of the things that people have said why they love this business. Just having the freedom of not having to check your bank account before you go to the grocery store, being able to do things for your kiddos. Just wanted to kind of recap a little bit of the things that were kind of really giving me life reading in this chat. But we hope that you guys know that we are here to help you every step of the way. It's not sign up. Thanks, you're a number. Bye. We are going to help you run with this business because we want nothing more for you to believe in yourself as much as we believe in you. You can do this. You have everything within you. I will close with reminding you that if I can build a 6-figure business and I was voted most confused my senior class of high school, that's what everyone thought of me, anyone can. I tell my team all the time, anyone can be a coach because we've all failed. And the purpose of this business is to fail forward. So if you sign up with us by tomorrow night, you're going to be entered in for that giveaway, all the extra bonus things that Courtney told you about. And if you have any questions or anything, just reach out to your coach. And we've got all kinds of other resources to help you. Ladies, did we miss anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, all right. I'm going to stop the recording. So if you're watching the recording, thanks for hopping on.